So happy to have you back at Ask the Guru, the podcast where we answer those big questions like, who am I? Why am I here? What's it all for? Thank you so much for joining us on the quest for the answers. Welcome back to Ask the Guru. I am so excited about today's episode. This episode, I want you to know that if you're listening to this message is something you need to hear. This is something special to you. I truly believe that. I think that there is something divine in the way that we find things and tune into things. We think of so many things as just happenstance or, I just happened to bump into that person. But I believe that everything is divinely inspired. If you bumped into that person, it was for a reason. You tuning into this is for a reason. This message is for you. I am talking to you. And this is probably the thing that you need to hear right now. Because oftentimes we're doing everything right. We feel powerful. We feel that we are connected to who we are and what we want. And we are doing all the work to stay integrated and present. And we meditate and spend time stepping into the feelings of gratitude and love and appreciation. We do all the things right, yet we're not feeling the forward movement. We feel like there's just one more thing that is in our way, stopping us from moving forward. And you're probably right. There is one more thing. This is something that is buried in the subconscious mind. There's a thing that is sitting there it's not outside of you. It's not something that needs to be tweaked in the external environment. And that's where most people get a little bit confused or I suppose stuck because they're looking to tweak or change the external environment in some way so that they can change the way they feel. When truly the opposite is what they need to do. If they change the way they feel, the external environment changes. And this is something that is really commonplace now. We all know that. We know that it's not about asking that person to change, but if we change ourselves, suddenly that person can't impact us anymore. And this isn't new knowledge I'm bestowing upon you, but I am going to shed a different light on it. So please keep listening because I promise you what I'm about to reveal to you is going to have you have an aha moment. You're going to, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I never thought of it that way. And many of us will feel this way, which is why, again, this message is specifically for you, but there's a lot of people going through what you're going through right now, looking to next level their lives, looking to step into that new world, right? Shed the old you. And you feel that that's happening. It's like the phoenix. You're ready to get into that fire. You are ready to burn away the old and emerge lighter, freer, newer. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. And you've already done the prep work. I can feel it. I know that you're right there on the precipice. I know that you've been working hard at this and that you're just, why can't I just get there? So these words are for you. Once we've done all the work, we've laid out the framework for all of our dreams to come true. We've sat down and we've wrote the list. This is what I want. And by the way, if you haven't done that, I hope you do that today. We just had a new moon a couple days ago. So if you're listening to this, this is November 25th. So a couple days ago, we had a new moon. And the new moon is a really powerful time to set intentions. This new moon came with some optimism, a shift in energy. So you might have changed your lens a little bit. And it's a beautiful time to sit down with that optimistic view and write all of your dreams. Just pull out a piece of paper and say, this is what I wish. and write it all out. Get clear about it. Maybe say it out loud a couple times. Maybe grab a friend or somebody close to you and tell them your dreams until you can see them and feel them and touch them in your mind and imagine them being real. So once you've done that, once you've sat down and at least gotten clear about your dreams, and you've spent some time visualizing it in a way where you brought in all of your five senses. So this needs to be not just a mental experience, but it has to be an experience that happens in your body. That's how things get really rooted in reality, in the way we experience the world. We can't just experience them as a thought. We have to bring them and integrate them into the body through an emotion or a feeling. So it is so important that you tie to those dreams, to those wishes, an emotion. I call it an essence. How do you feel when this dream comes true? Do you feel the sense of freedom? And what does freedom feel like in your body? And can you bring that feeling in, that expansive feeling? Does it feel like love? Does it feel like peace? How does it feel to be with that dream relationship, that lover, and to be held by them and feel safe and loved, and to have that, again, expansive feeling like you're opening up in some way, melting in somebody's arms, and really experiencing it. What does that person smell like? What does their skin feel like, or the way that their warmth of their body? Try and bring it into a visceral experience so the body is feeling it too. Again, I'm pretty sure you know this stuff. You've probably done this a million times. You're daydreaming and visualizing. So why isn't it happening? That's where we get hung up. This is going to be the magical component, the gift I'm giving you today. I'm going to ask you to imagine that in front of you, if you've ever seen those old television shows, and they used to have like an applause-ometer, like a meter for the applause, and the louder the applause got, you would see that meter move. Well, I want you to imagine that in your mind right now, a meter that looks like that applause-ometer. And ask yourself, where on this meter is your faith that this dream will happen? And be honest. Be honest. Imagine it goes from 0 to 100%. Where are you on this faithometer as far as those dreams? Go through each one of them. How much do you believe they will happen? And oftentimes, the longer that we've sat dreaming about something but it hasn't happened, that faith maybe has lessened. Sometimes it's grown because you might have taken actions. So this is how we grow faith. Let's say you have a new idea. You get inspired suddenly. Oh, I want to start this new business. This is going to be so successful. I can see it. And you were to place that dream on your faithometer. Well, since it's just a new idea and you haven't taken any actions, your faith in it becoming a reality is probably somewhere around maybe 20%, maybe less, maybe more. But it's a little bit. You have some faith because it seems like you can make it happen, but you haven't done anything. You haven't actually seen it in real life. So you're not quite there yet. So then you take an action. Maybe you call somebody and they agree with you that this is a great idea. Now your faith grows. Maybe you start to put some steps into motion for this new idea. And the steps now bring it into the real world. Now it's something tangible on some level, even if it's really just gathering together a group that's talking about it now. But somehow the faith is growing. And you need to look at, how do I get this faithometer to 100%? How do I get there? And what is it that's holding me back? Is there a limiting belief within me that says, oh, maybe, I'm scared it will fall apart. I'm not good. Last time I started an idea like this, I didn't follow through. Where's your faithometer stopping? And how do you get that 100% faith? Is there an action you can take right now that will move the faithometer on? Is there something that you just need to do in your mind? Is it maybe sitting down and just clearing some old limiting beliefs. Sometimes this is why we need life coaches. Oftentimes we can't even see that limiting belief or that block in ourselves, and we need somebody else to point it out for us. Maybe that's a friend that you know that is really good at that sort of thing, that is fine with really sharing with you where you're blocked, where you're limited, some of the things they hear you say, like, I'll never have that. I mean, that in itself, if your dream is you had this beautiful vision now and this inspiration to create this business, but within you, you believe, I'll never have that. And that's a belief you've been carrying with you your whole life. Well, that's conflicting with this new idea. So you've got to clear it. You've got to believe I can have that. And those two things may have not been tied together in your mind. You didn't see the connection. And it's so important that we really look to, where's all those beliefs that might be holding me back? Maybe it's, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And this takes me, this is a perfect segue into the second thing that holds us up, which is often hidden in that first thing. But if you didn't find it in the first thing, you'll find it here. So you're going to take that same meter idea, the applauseometer, but you're going to switch it from faithometer to deserveometer. And now you're going to ask yourself, with this new idea, this dream, you're going to go through each of your wishes on that list that you made and ask yourself, do you believe you deserve it? Where are you on the deserveometer? Do you immediately say, absolutely, I'm at 100%, I deserve it. I've worked hard, I've dedicated my life, I've done all the things, I'm deserving. Or is there something there? Did I say, do you deserve it? And did you instantly have a trigger in you? Did you feel that? Did you feel that maybe you don't believe you deserve that? And that is from some limiting belief that you absorbed a long time ago that probably isn't even yours. You might have absorbed it from people around you, your parents. When your heart was wide open, they were carrying around the burden that they didn't feel they deserved to be happy, to be loved, and you absorbed that energy, and now you've carried it with you. And they might have absorbed it from their parents, and so on and so on. This could be something that's been carried for generations, but you're the person that can break it. You're the person that can heal your family, heal you, just by simply remembering that you deserve it. You don't have to do anything to be deserving. Just by merely being born, you are equally as deserving as every other human to all of the abundance that exists on this planet, to all the wonderful experiences that you could ever dream of, wish for, want. And your only job this lifetime is to dream big, to follow your heart, and to move through those limiting beliefs, to walk into the fire, which means we're going to have to face our fears. And truly picture yourself as the phoenix, that today is the day you're sitting down and looking at, how much faith do I have in myself and in these dreams, and that I'll make them happen? How much do I believe I deserve that? And then step into the fire. Sometimes this can be a powerful visualization. It's something I do often to cleanse myself, to heal myself. And it's interesting how powerful the mind is with visualization. But as I'm sitting and doing my daydreaming and visualizing the things I want, I'll sometimes picture a fire. It's a fire of just violet flames, these pure white and violet hues in these beautiful flames that I see somewhere in the middle of the universe, maybe just floating in the infinite space. And I imagine that I'm stepping into this fire, these violet flames of white light, and allowing them to wash over me and purify me. And I'll place into that fire that I want to be cleansed of limiting beliefs. I want to be cleansed of anything I've been carrying that isn't mine. Anything I picked up that isn't mine. I want to just move through this fire and release it. Let the flames wash over me, become new and fresh. And then I imagine as I step out of the fire on the other side that I am new, that I am now the new me, and I'm free of those chains that were holding me down before. And in front of me, as I step out onto the other side of the fire, is now a path, a perfect, beautiful path. And you could visualize this any way you want. I tend to, see it with lots and lots of flowers. I like to see things in fruition, the blooming, like everything coming true, like all of my dreams. And I just see this path winding, but it's just as I walk along it, I just experience more and more beauty, more and more love, more and more completion, the feeling of completion, until I see myself maybe at the end of the path walking into my dreams. Maybe I'm walking with somebody. It's wonderful to use our imagination in this way. Today, if you haven't yet, write down your dreams. Write down your dreams and maybe pick somebody that you feel safe with to share those dreams with. And see if they can see them for you, if they can visualize them too. And once you've got these dreams and you're clear about them, ask yourself, do you believe that they will happen? Where are you on that faithometer? And then ask yourself, do you believe you deserve them? And where are you on the deserveometer? And then look at the things that show up. Because it is time that you release those things. It is time that you let go of the stories that you're not deserving, that you're not lovable, that you don't deserve happiness and to be cherished and loved, because you do. You deserve it. And today is the day. I mean, I feel it for you. I feel that today is the day that you're going to free yourself in some way. I want you to wake up tomorrow and suddenly you're walking in a new light. You're seeing all your dreams coming true. That can't happen until you know what they are. But that's the only thing holding you back. Tomorrow could be that day for you. And again, this message, if you're hearing it, is for you. This is your guru, Debbie Dixon. And again, guru, just shining the light in the dark. That's all I want to do. Bring a little bit more light. So hopefully that's what we did. We looked into your consciousness and found some limiting beliefs, some of the shadows, and we took a light and we shined it in there and illuminated something that needed to be looked at. It's kind of been hidden. I know. Not only is today going to be an amazing day for you, so get excited. Just get excited to check your email. Get excited to check your phone. Get excited to go outside and meet people, because something magical is on its way to you. I know that you are going to make it an amazing day. Take this message, share it with your friends, and know that you are loved. So as always, hear these words. I love you. You deserve to be loved. You're beautiful, amazing, whole, and perfect. You don't need to change anything about you. You are amazing, and I love you. Make it a great day.